Okay, last day of the week. Market is opening in 5 seconds. So both high time frames are in a downtrend overall. Okay, this candle. Same here, right? I'd like to follow that downtrend. And we also have these 2 hourly gaps that have been tapped into, and then it already reacted off of it. It could want to fill more of it, like what it's doing now, so I could be open to the longs, especially if maybe we're well above these hourly highs. Okay, I might be able to take a long within this high time frame retrace. MES also, before market open, ended up taking previous day low, Asian and London. So it might want to go up, and MNQ might not want to take any of these, at least for now or today. We'll see. So I am open to the longs. I'd want to see both MNQ and MES above these hourly highs. And at the bare minimum, at least the one I'm taking the trade on needs to be over it. If I take longs, it'll be to London. Simultaneously, this candle swept 2 hourly lows here. Okay. But then we swept this and we're tapping. Excuse me. We swept this and we're tapping into this again, so I'd prefer the bearish trade. Okay, because that's the overall trend. That being said, I'd like it to really sweep this and continue to push lower, and then when we get close enough to either London or this 4 hour here, spot an entry and just follow the trend. Make sure I have everything drawn up here. What is this? Also, another reason I could be open to the longs is we swept this 4 hour low here, which was right at that point with the 1 hour lows. So if it wanted to, it could come back up here after sweeping something, go take out another draw up here before coming back down, but I want to see it move. I prefer it to move just down, but it's not going to do exactly what I want it to do. But again, I would prefer the short for sure. And what do we have? What's this? Okay, that already happened. Wait, no. Why is it? Oh, it's showing. Okay. Sent. Alright. So really, it's happening at 9:45. Oh, that's right. I talked about that yesterday. Okay. So we have PMI, Flash Manufacturing and Flash Services at 9:45. And then something right at 10. Okay, wait a second. Well, can't get in on that if it closes that far fucking down. That'd have been nice, but maybe this one. Did that tap into it? No. Damn, man. That would have been nice. If it would have closed here, or at least not that fucking far down. It could have been a little bit less, like right there or something. Ooh. Could get in here. What was that, 3? How risky am I? Not that risky. That would have worked probably. It should keep falling. Could have got in when it got back to my entry price, but I think I'm just gonna wait. Let me get rid of this so I don't try and do it. I'd rather wait for other continuation. Got a 15-minute gap here. Maybe we can respect off of that. Well, we pretty much, alright. We already had our bullish retrace. We did go all the way down here. Minutes if it wants to inverse it. Minute is back in an uptrend. Okay, PMI is about to come out. So one of them was better than the forecast, but the same as the previous, and one was exactly what they wanted it to be. I can't get in on that now.
Order filled.
That I can get in on too, though. Oh.
Order filled.
mistake, I think. Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, not a good fill. I got a bad risk reward on this. I mean, it's still over a 1-to-1, but it's not ideal at all. This is not good. Come back up and inverse this, please. No, don't respect off of it. Go back up through it. I was open to the longs. I said I was. I think I might have just entered at a bad point for the longs. This would have stopped you out real quick. And then there's news coming out at 10 as well. I'd like to try and be break even before that happens. Go fill more of this hourly gap. Go do that. And have a bigger retrace on the 4 hour. You already took out this low here. I know that broke structure, but go take out some more. Draws up here before continuing. That was my original, that was pretty much my bias for the upside, so go do that. Same thing here, swap a 4 hour, swap the hourlies. I know you're in a downtrend, but go take out more up here before going down. That's what I want to see. It'll happen. It'll happen. Inverse that too, that'll be go, yeah. Oh. There we go, come on. Give me enough movement where I can move to break even here shortly. Yes, I could have been break even. I'm not gonna be that scared here. I was willing to lose this in the beginning. I much rather would have preferred it to be higher up to set the break even, not just right here, because then I would have got stopped out immediately. And I still believe we can push up. So. Inverse that, good, we got 2 minutes for that to happen. That's achievable, you said, yeah, no worries. Minute 20 until 10 o'clock news. Please get some more movement before then. About 30 seconds before 10 o'clock comes out, I'm setting the break even. So I got 32 seconds right now until I set it. Three, two, one. Okay, just in case. 10 o'clock will be in. It might wick me down and then go back up again like yesterday, but I'd just rather not deal with that. I should have just waited till after 10. But when you see an entry and it looks decent, okay, 3 seconds. Wake us up, go straight up, take us out. Inflation expectations were less than the previous. That's should be good. We were right there. Come on. Hourly did not break here. Doesn't mean it won't go up. I think we look good. I think it's going to fill more of this gap here. It'll take us out. Between this candle and the next candle, we should be good. Some more pressure here. Good, good.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. And we're done. Okay. Okay, real quick, I'll just do again a brief explanation of the buys. I already did it, but I'll do it again. I did it as I was going through stuff. Okay, so start on the 4 hour. Let me get rid of this real quick. Okay, so yes, the 4 hour was in a downtrend. Although we swept this 4 hour low here, and we swept this one and this one here, meaning that yes, we got, you know, into a downtrend with this candle and this candle, but the sweep could indicate also taking some liquidity out here, and again, market kind of moves like a magnet. So before we want to come down and take more of these, depending on the way these candles look and the pressure looks, we might sweep them, right, and then return higher for a retrace before going and gravitating back towards the other ones. Now it's very possible it could have broke structure, taken these out, and just kept going and taking some more of these, right? But also, as far as range goes, we were closer to these hourlies and technically to London, okay, than we were to this, the lower draws here. Not to mention, I said earlier in the video that MES already took out previous day low, Asian, and London low, all right, before the market opened, meaning that it might not want to come down and take anything here at the moment, or take out previous in London over here, okay? It might want to go up first, which it ended up doing. But that's not all to the bias. There's more on the hourly, right? So that's pretty much all for the 4 hour. The 1 hour, okay, we did not break structure here back to the upside, but we did here. I wanted to see, so not only did we sweep some trend liquidity here, right? We took out this low, we took out this low, which almost look like equal lows, but they're not, but we took them both out with this one candle, and previously we had taken out this low and this low, right, and all that. With taking this out, with this move down, we then created this low here, which actually, sorry, this move down took out this low. Then this candle took out this low, okay? So a bunch of liquidity being swept, pushing us back up, in turn breaking structure here. But again, it's kind of the same concept in the 4 hour. Yes, we're in a downtrend, so I was preferring the short, but if it shifts and my game plan prior to taking the trade, or prior to finalizing my plan, is okay to take a long, and it's for a good reason, then sure. So it shifted, okay, I had a reason for it. Swap all this stuff, and it wanted to come up, take out some of these highs, these draws to the upside, okay? DOL, draw on liquidity. So that's exactly what it did. I also wanted to see more of this gap filled here. The higher time frames like to do that, okay? On the lower time frame, when you see something like for example this, on the lower time frame, generally it's either gonna just respect it right away, or fill it entirely and inverse it and like invalidate it, right? Whereas on the higher time frames, it's a generally, I mean, there's smaller gaps, of course, you know, it's not like there aren't, like there's a smaller one here, a smaller one here, okay? But generally, the way I've seen things go is when you have a bigger gap, it'll move further into it sometimes, you know, and it'll fill more of it, right? So versus it just either doing one thing or the other, it's got, basically what I'm trying to say is there's more wiggle room for it to do more within this than it does for something smaller, right? Or on a smaller time frame too. So I wanted to see more of this filled, and it'll probably fill more of it, but it filled it about halfway for me in order to help get me out of my position, okay, and take out London, okay, and then of course if you were in on this, you would have stopped out unless you entered on. There's nothing to enter on here. And let's see. So you also have a gap here that you would have been stopped no matter what, because if you put that there, and let's say you entered here exactly, you couldn't have possibly set it low enough without this being horrible, right? So again, going back to what I was saying, I wanted to see more of this filled, which it did. It's pretty much the same thing here, okay, which it did, and it might inverse it. There's a lot can happen in 50 minutes, but it filled definitely a lot more of it. It closed very bullish, okay, for us, broke back into an uptrend in the middle of trying to inverse this gap, and then not to mention I was waiting on this too. I didn't entirely wait for the actual inverse to happen, but the pressure was there, and it was showing that not only, so 15-minute broke back into an uptrend here. That's kind of another reason why I was hesitant on a short, and then the long, the bullish trade showed up, and so it matched up a bit better. This was inversed, and then not to mention, broke structure, then almost inversed it here with this candle, and then the pressure really came in, and I was in the middle of this candle. Ended up inversing it, took out more liquidity, just trying to take out trend liquidity here on the 15 and the 5. We had swept, taken some low time frame liquidity, okay, pushed up, and I didn't really take this into much of account, but it's something to add in there to help to know that, okay, we did sweep some liquidity here. We're trying to maintain a bullish trend, which we did. Good, cool. That's that simple. And then of course, the entry was a bit frightening here. Well, I won't say frightening. I mean, the risk reward ended up being a bit shitty. We'll say that. Did not mean to do that. That was not ideal. I did get the correct amount of contracts though, and saved by the bell down here, okay, because I was not even, let's see how many, I'm gonna say 4 ticks. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Hold on, let's redraw this up. Yeah, I guess it was about 4. Yeah, okay. So 4 ticks away. And then had enough movement before 10 a.m. You see in the recording, I set the break even, like I said, right about 30 seconds before 10 o'clock came out. 10 o'clock helped us actually, seems like. So, good. Alright. The week is done. We'll be back Monday, of course. Unless there is anything. Let's see. Let's look for. So today's what, the 23rd. Let's see what Monday has. Monday looks fine. There's some orange folders, but yeah. Those are before, it's before market open. Tuesday, CPI all the way at 7:30 p.m. So not a problem there. Wednesday, federal funds rate. Ooh. Thursdays. Yeah, so next week looks alright. I mean, there's a lot of shit coming out, but should be a good trading week. Maybe. Alright. We're done.